For many people, money worry never really stops. It sits quietly in the background. It is there during big decisions. It is there at night. It is there in moments of quiet pause. Even when things are mostly fine, the low hum of worry remains. This constant presence does not mean you are irresponsible. It does not mean you are bad with money. Welcome to Quiet Money Channel, a place to learn financial wisdom, where money is approached calmly, intentionally, and with a long-term perspective. It usually just means there is uncertainty. The mind is designed to worry when it does not know what to rely on. That is a fundamental part of how we are wired. A survival instinct from a very different world. This is why earning more does not automatically bring peace. Without a clear framework for that money, more of it can simply create more decisions to worry about. The choices get bigger, the stakes feel higher. The constant money worry often comes from money having no clear role in our lives. It has no defined structure. It has no long-term context to hold on to for stability. Money shapes our lives in profound ways. It pays for our food. It pays for our rent. It pays for our health care. It pays for our future plans. It also touches our sense of identity. It also touches our place in the world. It is a tool for survival. It is a symbol of security. Because of this deep connection, when money feels unclear, it can feel intensely personal. The lines blur between our financial state and our self-worth. It is hard to separate the numbers on a screen from the feelings in our heart. It is not about math. It is about emotion. The mind craves order and predictability. When it cannot find it, it fills the void with questions and what-if scenarios. What if I lose my job? What if the car breaks down? What if I never have enough? This is not a malfunction. It is the mind trying to protect you by anticipating danger. But without a calm, steady plan to fall back on, this protective instinct turns into chronic anxiety. The hum of worry becomes a loud, distracting noise. When money feels confusing, many people turn inward and blame themselves. They believe they have failed on a personal level. They feel a deep sense of shame. This feeling is heavy and isolating. It tells a story that they are not smart enough, not disciplined enough, not good enough. They look at friends' family images on a screen and see people who seem to have it all figured out. It amplifies the feeling of being left behind, of being the only one struggling with this invisible weight. They hear simple advice everywhere. Save more. Invest now. Budget better. This advice, while often well-intentioned, can feel like a judgment. If it were that easy, they would have done it already. The gap between the simple advice and their complex reality makes them feel even more at fault. They wonder what is wrong with them that they cannot just follow these basic rules. This internal dialogue of failure is corrosive. It eats away at confidence. This shame grows best in silence. Most of us were never formally taught how to think about money calmly. We learned about history, we learned about science, we learned about literature in school, but the practical, emotional skills of managing personal finances were rarely on the curriculum. We were not shown how to build a long-term financial plan. We were not taught how our own psychology influences our decisions. To find a calmer path, we must reframe our past. A money mistake is not a flaw in your character. It is not a moral failure. It is a sign that you were missing guidance. A late payment is not proof that you are irresponsible. It is a signal that you might need a simpler system for tracking bills, like an automatic payment weekly reminder. A bad investment is not evidence that you are foolish. It is an education. It is a lesson that cost money, teaching you something you did not know about risk, about timing, about your own emotions. This gentle reframe is powerful. It turns shame into curiosity. So, what does this calm approach look like in daily life? It looks like a steady room. It is not a room cluttered with complex spreadsheets, constant market updates, 100 different rules. It is a simple room with a few clear shelves. Each shelf is labeled with a purpose. This structure is what reduces the mind's need to worry about every small thing. It creates order. It provides a sense of control. It lets you live your life without the constant, draining hum of financial alarm. One shelf holds today's needs. This is the money for housing, food, transportation, other essentials. Its role is clear and immediate. You know what this money is for, and you have a simple system to manage it. Another shelf holds short-term safety. This is your emergency fund, a buffer of cash set aside for the unexpected. It might hold 3 months of basic living expenses, or up to 6 months of basic living expenses. Its job is to absorb shocks, so that a surprise bill, a job loss, does not become a full-blown crisis. Its presence is deeply reassuring. A third shelf holds long-term hopes. Retirement, children's education, a dream you are working toward. You contribute to this shelf steadily and patiently. You do not need to check it every day. Its purpose is to grow slowly over years and decades. There is space between the shelves. There is breathing room. Not every single dollar needs to be optimized or worried about. There is room for imperfection. There is room for a small treat. There is room for a spontaneous joy. Calm understanding is not about being perfect. It is about having a structure that is good enough, a structure that works for you. Money wisdom is not a promise of safety in every moment. It is a promise of clearer choices. In the end, the path to ending money anxiety is quiet. It is not found in a hot stock tip or a get-rich-quick scheme. It is found in small, steady habits and a kinder way of thinking. It begins with the simple acceptance that money worry is normal, but it does not have to control your life. It starts with one small step today. Name a specific fear out loud. Write down one essential need. Make one tiny, simple rule for yourself. Talk to one person you trust. These acts are the antidote to the poison of fear, silent shame. Repeat these small acts. Over time, they compound. They build on each other. They slowly change how money feels in your mind and body. The background noise of worry will begin to quiet. The moments of pause in your day will start to feel safer, filled with peace instead of dread. You will begin to feel that you do not have to hold every single worry alone. You will build a system outside of yourself you can rely on, freeing up your mind to focus on what truly matters. In that quiet, you will find a different truth. Money is a tool. It is an important tool, but it is not the measure of your worth. It can be managed with simple rules and steady patience. Most financial problems look bigger and more permanent now than they truly are. Time smooths out the bumps. Small, consistent habits grow into significant security. Think in years, not days, which gives you room for recovery, mistakes, growth. Your money story is not a moral report card. It is a human story of learning, luck, and context. Treat yourself with the compassion you'd give a struggling friend. When worry comes, and it will, meet it with a quiet breath. Remember the simple rules you made. Return to your steady plan. Take one small, deliberate action. You do not have to be perfect. You only need a kind plan and the patience to follow it. The calm you seek is there.